change the vision, life changes. Do you want to change your life? Then you have to change the way you look at things, people, and situations. I can talk about this because in my life, I've been through 12 years of problems in my marriage by the way that I was looking at myself, my wife, and my behaviors. The wrong way I was looking at these things. At first, I thought there was no problems. I thought there was no problems in my marriage. I thought that the problem was Christiane, my wife. She was the one who was problematic. Then I will redeem myself from any problem or any guilt, and I'll tell her, you need to solve yourself because you're being annoying and problematic. Then 12 years went through of pain, anguish, suffering, and leading others to suffer because my vision was narrowed. Partial view. Pay attention. Partial view. Tunnel view in regards to my situation. But thanks God that my vision opened. And when my vision changed, my marriage changed because I started to look at the problem in my marriage and I started to understand that there was a problem. I started to look at my wife and no longer to see her as an annoying wife who demanded from me, and I started to think what is behind her behavior. I changed my eyes towards her. Instead of blaming her, I started to understand her. The change of my vision led me to understand her behavior, and that's why I started to treat her differently. This is what happens when your vision changes. It changes the entire life. It changes 3 areas of the life of people. I will mention 3 areas. The first area, that vision changes. When vision changes, your thoughts also change. When your vision changes, you change the way you think. What you used to think that was a problem, you start to look at and see an opportunity. So many people look at their problems and they keep on saying, because the way that they look and think about the problem, they look at the problem and think this way. My problem is my unhappiness. It's the reason of my unhappiness. So they make the situation of the problem to get worse by the way they see the problem. For example, we have the situation in the country, in Brazil, a financial crisis, an economical crisis. You can look at this crisis and say, I cannot do anything until this crisis does not change. Or you can look at this crisis, as many are making a lot of money in the midst of the crisis because they see the crisis as an opportunity, a business opportunity that nobody sees yet, opportunities that nobody saw before the crisis, so everything changes when the vision changes. Your vision changes, your thoughts change. The second thing, now the feelings. When you change your thoughts, you also change your way of thinking, but also of feeling. Our feelings affect our emotions. For example, if you woke up today feeling burdened, downcast, why is that? Because of the thoughts that are in your mind. But when you start to think differently, immediately your feelings, your body reacts in a different way. So the thoughts change, the feelings also change. And the third change that you see is that your behaviors also change. Those who think differently, feel differently, they behave differently. And these changes result on the change of your life. The question is, how and where have you been looking at? How have you been facing your problems? Who have you been looking at? How have you been looking at people? Or to yourself, how have you been looking at God? If you change your vision, you will change your life. Do not forget this. Change the way you see things, then you will change the way of living.
Did you like this? Would you like to hear it again? Listen to it as many times as you need until this content becomes part of you. Don't forget to leave your like, comment, and share. See you next time.